I'm going to do this as quickly as possible. I spoke about this earlier on in the morning. Check it out. Link posted down below. Bit of the game. Shit result. Shit fallout. Because Mo Salah decided to speak to Norwegian TV and lay out all these issues for everyone to hear. And he has created a clusterfuck of a problem amongst Liverpool fans and Liverpool Football Club directly. Arne Slot claiming that he has no relationship with him anymore. There was a good relationship last season. Now that's gone. I don't know why I've been dropped. I don't know what I've done. It's like, bruv, you know that you have not been good. If you look deep in your own eyes, in the mirror, deep within yourself, you know the meme, like you know that you have been dog shit compared to what we know you to be. That's why you've been dropped. But by that same token, Gakpo should be dropped. Virgil should be dropped. Kanate should be dropped. Grav, McAllister, Ekatike should be starting. Ishak dropped. Players should be playing. Chiesa should be given a go. Ria should be given a go. But nah, we're not doing that. For what reason? Don't know. Arne Slot will tell you that there's so much competition for places, but then he's going to play the same players in the same positions. Gakpo, oh yeah, sub him at halftime against Sunderland, but then start him again against Leeds, and Salah don't even see the pitch. Crazy work. Madness. Chiesa saved this guy's job against Sunderland when he didn't have to, because apparently he shouldn't have been in that defensive position to run back and get the ball, and he doesn't even play him at all. Saved his ass, doesn't play him. But Salah called out Arne Slot, called out the management. Apparently things were promised to him and that these things have not come true. And now he's like having a bit of a sook. Maybe it's an ego thing. He's been dropped for a few games because he has been poor. And now he's thinking to himself, hang on a second, why am I not playing here? I should be playing. I am Mo Salah. I am the guy. And it's like, yes, Salah, that is true. You are the guy. However, you have not been the guy this season. And just this quote here, let me just show you this quote here. This is from his interview. James Pearce has reported this, and this is care of Anfield Edition. It says, Salah's comments also showed a glaring lack of self-awareness regarding his form so far this season. I don't know why this is happening to me. I've done so much for the club. I don't have to go every day fighting for my position because I earned it. That to me means his ego is saying, I have earned my place here. I should not have to be performing well. I should just be in the starting lineup. Now, Salah lovers, Salah defenders, Salah enthusiasts, Salah sexuals, whatever you want to call them, will be saying, yes, Mo Salah is our best player. He should be starting regardless. I say bullshit to that. You can be your team's best player. If you're not performing, if you're not getting goals, assists, or doing what you should be doing in your position, you should be dropped, rightfully so, which is what Salah has been. Has he maybe been dropped for a bit too much? Maybe a game too many? Debatable. You can discuss it amongst yourselves. Comments down below, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, right? But in saying that, calling out the coach and management like this screams ego to me. Like he's annoyed, like he's very upset. And as James says here, you have to keep earning it. And the reality is, when Slot dropped Salah for the game at West Ham, there were few dissenting voices. Everyone was saying like, okay, yeah, he should deserve to be dropped. Yes, do something different. Szoboszlai on that right wing, sure. Because he's been so ineffective. 5 goals and 3 assists in 19 appearances. That's crazy to say for a player like Mo Salah. On an average team player, yeah, you probably think, oh, cool, you're doing okay. But for Salah, with the levels we know Salah to be, all the accolades he's won, bona fide legend of Liverpool Football Club, 100%, no doubt about it. 4-time PFA Player of the Year. Was it 4-time? 3 or 4-time Golden Boots, Playmaker Awards, Ballon d'Or contention, Champions League, Premier Leagues, FA Cup, League Cup, etc., all that sort of shit. A part of me just wants to go back a few years ago and think, what happened between himself and Mane? Why did they have that issue? He had issues with Klopp as well, but Klopp would never tolerate this shit. Arne Slot doing things a little bit differently. But he called out the coach, management, worked hard, doesn't need to fight for his place. I call bullshit to that. Promised things and now they're not going as promised. We'll joke about contracts and say maybe he has X amount of games must be played in his contract and it hasn't been adhered to. So all of a sudden now he's having a sook, throwing his toys out the pram, having a cry, having a whinge. Maybe. But others have been dropped as well. Kirkes is in another starting 11. Robertson, bruv. Good old Robbo. Contract is up soon. No one's talking about that. Salah, speaking about his contract last season, non-stop about the contract. Won games, man of the matches, spoke to the media. Kara's right in saying that, though. Kara is right. Man only speaks about when it's a contract situation or when he's man of the match. Never in difficult situations, and you can see probably why now. Spoke out, being in a difficult situation, and basically decided to say, hey man, I've done nothing wrong here. This is not on me. I don't know why everyone's coming for me. You should be looking at the manager or the club management, etc. But I'm wiping my hands clean of this. But Salah's hands are not clean of this. He has been a part of this, like everyone else has in the squad and the manager Arne Slot, or the coach, I should say. Van Dijk, Kanate, Bradley, Frimpong. Well, Frimpong and Bradley, to be fair, they've been injured. Robbo, Kirkes in and out. Grav, McAllister in and out. Soboslai doing everything he possibly can, humanly possible. Ekitike bagging goals, on the bench next game. Isak, 14 touches in the game, start the next one, lad. It don't make no sense. Wirtz having a good game, sub him off in the 70th minute. For what purpose? Gakpo, cut in, shoot. Doesn't work. It's all right, lad. I'll hook you at halftime. You'll be starting again the next game. Chiesa, saving Slot's ass. Literally on the line. No game time whatsoever. Rio, barely getting any minutes after that winning goal at Newcastle at the start of the season, bruv. What's going on here? What is going on here, honestly? Salah hasn't been playing well. That is true. That is clear to see. Has he been scapegoated? Perhaps. Is it the reason why Liverpool are in the shit? No. But he has been poor to his standards. And when he has played, he hasn't done it. Hasn't got past his player except for like 1 or 2 games this season so far. 19 games played, remember? Barely any assists, barely any goals. When he passes, he shoots. When he shoots, he passes. That's just not the Salah that we know. Something is going on there. Have Slot and Salah had a falling out? They probably had a falling out in private, and now this is playing out in public now. Airing dirty laundry and shit like that. It's frosty at the moment. How do you go back from this? You don't. There's no U-turn to be had, bro. I don't believe there's a U-turn to be had, bro. Ain't no way this is going to be a thing, because even then, I'm reading here now that apparently a meeting's taking place with everyone, and they want to drop Salah from the squad for the Inter Milan game. We're going away to the San Siro in a couple of days, and no Salah at all. Sit behind the bench, lad, or don't travel. One more game to play against Brighton. I think that's at Anfield. And then he's off to AFCON. What happens after that? Nobody knows. So Salah's put everyone's mind in a certain situation. Do you believe the player and back the player, who is 33, mind you, 1 year left on his contract? Or do you back the manager who won your league last season and this season has fallen to bits and is talking and lying out of his ass in pre-matches, post-matches, press conferences, etc., has no idea what he's doing on the pitch? Which one do you go by? Because people were still 50-50 on Arne Slot in, Arne Slot out. After that interview, a lot of people changed, saying get Slot out the club. But for what? For another 6 months of Salah before he leaves the club as well? That's a question mark there. Is Slot phasing him out? Maybe. Instruction from the higher-ups. Is there potential in that? Maybe. I don't know. This is all speculation. I'm not sure what the actual situation is. I'm merely just guessing here. Because it doesn't make sense to have given him a contract extension and 400 grand a week with Van Dijk as well on big money to then say, yeah, you know what? Let's try and sell him now. What would be the purpose of that? 400 grand a week and the players on the bench, that's a waste of money. You're not winning your games, that's a waste of money. So where do you go from here then? Business decision, in my opinion, if they are looking at getting rid of Salah. No idea. How do the players react? Players are upset that they've lost games, they've drawn games, it hasn't been working out for them. Van Dijk basically saying like, I need Salah around me, I'll back Salah. Does that mean that it's player over coach? Are we going to do the Manchester United thing of players sacking coaches that they don't like, and then those same players are still there, and then a new manager comes along and then the same shit happens? Because Van Dijk and Salah are getting on age. They're not going to be there forever. Eventually, they're going to leave. Whether it's going to be in 6 months, whether it's going to be 1 month, whether it's going to be in a year or two, they will eventually leave. They will leave Liverpool Football Club. People need to understand that. They're not going to be there forever. So all those people that want to defend Salah or Van Dijk and whatnot, I get it. He's your favorite player. You love him, etc., etc. But eventually, shit all comes to an end. It all comes to an end. How do the players react? Do they think to themselves like, fuck, look at this bloke. I'm here busting my ass every week and this guy gets dropped for a couple of games and he has a sook and a whinge. How does that make me feel? Why am I playing then? Just for this guy to have a cry, jump on the pitch, not do anything, and then we lose a game and it's all good because he's going to start the next game because he's earned his place. The craziest thing for me. Craziest thing for me. Does Salah think he is bigger than the club? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. This tweet here, from Football Tweet, says, I had no idea just how fragile Mo Salah's ego was, which is it's a question, okay? It is a question. Remember, he had his issue with Mane, he had his issue with Klopp. Is there something to that? Think back now. In hindsight, maybe there was something to that. Says he's been playing poorly for some time now. Arguably Liverpool's worst player this season. That's debatable, but he has been one of the worst. And as a result, he's been put on the bench. That's football. That's elite level sport. This is the time to knuckle down and earn your money, not go nuclear on the manager, the media, and the club. What a sad and sorry ending this is to Mo Salah's Premier League career. Egyptian king, no chance. Egyptian princess, now that's a more fitting fragile ego. I don't like how they use the picture of him being emotional with the whole Diego Jota thing after one of our wins. But, I mean, shit, people looking for their clicks, I suppose. But I don't really see anything wrong with that. And if I'm going to be an objective football fan, even though I have my Liverpool cap on, if I take my Liverpool cap off, for example, I can understand that because you've been that guy for so long. Everyone has gone to you to get the winning goals, to make something happen, to get the equalizer, to score the winning penalty, etc., etc. And when it's not him, what happens then? It's not me. I'm having a cry. I'm having a whinge. I should be the one doing that thing. You can't play football forever. That is a fact. While he still can play football, let's have him playing football. But maybe not starting every game. Like Jamie Phillips says, big up Jamie Phillips, Liverpool chats. He says, start Salah and then take him off in the 70th minute. Or you start Chiesa and then you bring on Salah for 20 or 30 minutes later on in the game, something like that. You don't play him continuously 90 minutes non-stop, like a Gakpo. Gakpo is another one who's had his critics this season, right? But in any case, I can understand that. It's not great. Is this what causes people all to turn on Arne Slot? Again, do both of them leave in January? What happens then? Interim manager? Are players going to revolt? Has he lost the dressing room? That's another question that a lot of people are asking. It's a clusterfuck at the moment. But you guys let me know your thoughts and comments down below. Those were my 2 bits worth. Yeah, it's all gone a bit mad. It's all gone Pete Tong. And Salah has lit that fuse. And now Liverpool Football Club are reeling with an absolute clusterfuck of a situation. Interesting how the next few days play out.
Like, share, comment, subscribe. Bye.